everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Just a Fun Guy, and today I have a pretty interesting video for you. Well, they have the latest brand new refrigerator, an old refrigerator, or a freaking expensive refrigerator. Look at the contents of that fridge. What is inside of it? Well, today I'm going to not give you 5 or 10, but I'm going to give you 20 items that you do not need to put in your refrigerator, and some of them may shock you. Number 20. You should not put dried beans in the refrigerator. I wouldn't know why you'd want to put any type of dried bean in the refrigerator because it has no moisture in it to get moldy. And even if you do put them in the fridge, the way I look at it, if there are things in the fridge that are not covered up, it's going to be a huge flavor battle. Okay, maybe that's not true, but the fridge will kill the flavor of your dried beans if you put it in there. Number 19, soy sauce. Now, if you like your soy sauce a little bit colder, to put in a nice warm Chinese food, well, I suppose you can put it in the fridge if you want to, but soy sauce doesn't necessarily have to be refrigerated. Why? Because of the large amount of salt that is in the soy sauce. The salt itself is a natural preservative, and with the soy sauce has a crap ton of it, so you don't need to refrigerate it. Dried rice. You shouldn't store dried rice in the refrigerator. Only put it in the fridge when it is cooked. As long as you keep dried rice in a closed and sealed container, it'll last for years in the pantry or in the basement or wherever you keep your perishable items. Next on the list is apples. Apples should not be put in the refrigerator. I personally don't like my apples refrigerated. I think they get mealy faster if you put them in the fridge. I like my apples room temperature and on the countertop. They stay crispier and much more flavorful longer. Whole melons. You should not refrigerate whole melons. Once you cut into the melon and you cut it into slices or cubes, refrigerate them away. But the big reason you shouldn't stick the whole thing in there is because the melons will start to lose their antioxidants. And that's their biggest health benefit, is they're chock full of antioxidants. And you stick them in there without cutting them first, they'll start to lose them. Number 15, avocado. Do you want your avocado to ripe faster? Then do not put it in the fridge. Keep it out of the fridge, put it on your countertop, and it'll ripe much faster. Number 14, basil. A lot of people think if you keep basil in the refrigerator, it will protect its flavor. That's actually the exact opposite. The refrigerator kills the flavor of the basil. For maximum freshness and flavor, put the basil in water and change it every 3 days. Tomatoes. Refrigerating tomatoes will turn them mushy and it will ruin their natural flavor. Spices. You should not put spices in the refrigerator because it will kill their flavor. And isn't the point of spices to enhance the flavor of things? Because that's the whole point of it. Number 11, honey. We put honey in the refrigerator, it crystallizes and goes hard. Now, honey never goes bad. You can keep it on your shelf for 50 years and it'll still be edible. They have found honey in 2,000-year-old ancient tombs and it was still eatable. Just keep it in a closed, sealed container and the honey will outlive you. You heard that correctly. We are halfway there. Before I show you the final 10 things you don't need to refrigerate, I want to let you know that this isn't the only video that I've made. I've made over 100 other videos. Make sure to check those out after you're done watching this one. And if you like what you see, don't forget to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, and share. You do all that stuff. And I am interested in looking for video ideas. So if you have an idea of a video that you want me to do, whether it be a top 5, top 10, news piece, game, and I rarely do this top 20, so I might not do another one for a couple episodes, but if there's a top 20 you want me to do, you request it, I'll do it. Number 10 is hot sauce. I know some of you out there have an entire shelf on the refrigerator just dedicated to hot sauce. Well, it turns out if you refrigerate the hot sauce, you not only weaken the flavor, but you change the viscosity of it, hence making it more difficult to pour. So if you want your hot sauce to be nice and, well, nice and pourable and hot and flavorful, keep it on the countertop. Number 9, ground coffee. You know, you want to keep your coffee in a cool, dry place. The refrigerator is not the place for it. Although the refrigerator is cold, it's not necessarily dry. The fridge will create moisture, and the moisture will be retained in the coffee. The coffee will lose its flavor, and then you'll have a pretty crappy morning because you just found out you were drinking some very bland coffee. Now, if you want your coffee to retain its flavor, you keep it in a tightly sealed container on a high shelf where no water and or moisture and or whatever will get to it. Number 8 is garlic. 2 reasons you shouldn't put garlic in the fridge. 1, because the garlic will lose its flavor. And 2, because the entire freaking refrigerator will smell like garlic. And as much as I love the taste of garlic and the smell of fresh garlic, not so much when it lingers in your fridge or in your breath or in anywhere. Peanut butter. You do not need to refrigerate peanut butter. It can sit on the shelf for months and you won't need to do a thing about it when it comes to the refrigerator. The organic stuff, on the other hand, that's a different story. Bread. Bread is one of those foods that you can do pretty much whatever you want with it, and you just don't screw it up. Garlic bread, banana bread, buttered bread. And the one thing you shouldn't do to your bread is put it in the refrigerator. Why? Because the longer the bread is in the fridge, the faster the bread dehydrates, hence making it go stale faster. Peppers. A lot of refrigerators have something called a vegetable crisper, and you can put a lot of vegetables in there and they will have their flavor longer. But peppers are a set of vegetables you do not need to put in the crisper. You can keep the peppers out of the refrigerator until they are cut open. Oils. Vegetable oil, olive oil, those types of oils should not be refrigerated because they will harden and lose their satisfying smoothness. But keep in mind, nut oils do need to be refrigerated. Number 2 is potatoes. Potatoes are like humans in the fact that they don't like to be cold. But in the case of the potato, if you put it in the refrigerator, the starches will turn into sugar, and that will ruin the flavor of your spud. And finally, number 1 is pickles. Now, pickles do taste a little better when they're cold, but pickles do not need to be refrigerated, mostly because of the high sodium count in the brine. Usually, if you want to make pickles, it's cucumbers, and the brine consists mostly of dillweed, water, salt, vinegar, and sugar. So, there you go. Well, that was the top 20 items you don't need to put in your refrigerator. If you have a top 5, 10, a news piece or a game you want me to play, let me know in the comments. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff. Until next time, my name is Just a Fun Guy. I'm signing off. So long, YouTube.